good evening and happy Monday. I'm Cassandra from Mobile Om Yoga, here with your weekly dose of mindful movement, brought to you from the San Pedro Creek Culture Park in San Antonio, Texas. Today I'm bringing you class from Fundación Plaza, or Foundation Plaza, which, just as it states, is the foundation or the beginning of the Cultural Creek Park that runs along the west side of downtown San Antonio. Typically, when the water is running, this is a water feature that I would be underwater in that invites you to come and enjoy and get a little bit wet as you can water and wade through the creek here. So I can't wait for that to be open again, hopefully in time for this summer. In the meantime, we're going to enjoy this beautiful space for our virtual practice today. So from wherever you are, thank you so much for joining me. I am so honored to be spending your Monday evening helping you to unwind from whatever worries you have today. We're going to begin today's practice in a comfortable seat. So go ahead, coming onto your mats, crisscrossing your legs in whatever way feels comfortable for you, and finding a nice, comfortable seat into those sit bones. The hands can arrive in the lap or on the legs in any way that feels comfortable. As you invite your eyes to close, and we just take about 3 really big, full, deep breaths together here. In through the nose and out through the mouth. Thinking of these breaths as a chance to reset from work mode or day mode into evening mode, perhaps play mode. Taking one more full deep breath on your own to arrive. And gently begin to open up your eyes. I'm going to gently begin to open up in the spine here by making big circles. You're going to inhale forward and exhale back. This is a mindful way to continue connecting to your breath, and at the same time starting to bring some movement. Perhaps if you've been stagnant, sitting at your desk all day, it can feel really good just to begin to get that spine moving, get that energy flowing. You'll find yourself kind of rocking from side to side, massaging out through the sits bones, working into the hips. Make one more circle, and when you get to the back, at that exhale, begin to inhale and move in the opposite direction. Just making circles, really big. And as you're making these circles, make eyes, because that can help to envision. To make each circle this way a little bit smaller. So you're spiraling that circle inward. So you keep getting smaller and smaller till you're barely making a circle. And then when you're coming all the way in, perhaps you're sitting upright and you're just imagining that swirl of energy. Inhale, open up the eyes. If you close them, bring the hands. Let's recross the legs. Bring your opposite shin or opposite ankle in front. Hands come to the front of your shin. And we're just going to rock back and forth. Inhale forward, exhale back. Leading and opening with the heart with each inhale. Exhaling to tuck the chin and round. So inhale forward, exhale back. Inhale forward, exhale back. Just a few more, just like that. Your next time, inhale forward. You're just going to keep it going and fold all the way over your legs here. You can walk your hands out in front of you. Bring your head as close to the mat as you can. Try to re-ground through the sit bones. Big, full, deep breath in and out here. On your next inhale, begin to walk your hands all the way upright, bringing them into your legs. We're going to inhale, bring your arms out side to side. And as you exhale, you're going to bring that right hand to cover your heart. You're going to inhale, begin to reach back through that left hand. And then we're just going to switch. As you exhale, you come forward, begin to take your left hand to your heart. And then your inhale, you're opening that right back. So it comes a fluid movement. And exhale, come forward. Inhale, left arm back. Exhale, forward. Inhale, right arm back. Exhale, forward. Inhale, left arm back. Exhale, forward. Inhale, right arm back. One more time. Exhale, forward. Inhale, left arm back. Pause. Take your hand down to the ground directly behind you. Inhale, lift your heart up into that right hand. And then you're going to stretch your right hand high. Reach it across to the outside of your left knee and twist open. Take another inhale, sit a little taller here. As you exhale, ring out. Sit up tall, stay here. Keep that right hand on your knee. You're going to reach your left arm to the sky. Inhale. As you exhale, cross that right shoulder over. Big breath in and exhale it out. As you inhale, come back to center, reaching back high, all 10 fingers to the sky. As you exhale, bring your left hand to your heart. Inhale, open that right arm back. Keep reaching back. Take the fingertips directly behind you. Keep the hand on your heart. Inhale, lift up to the heart. Exhale, twist open. And then reach your arm tall out and around the outside of your knee. Ring it out. One more inhale here to twist. Then the inhale takes your right arm to the sky. Begin to fold that left shoulder toward your left knee. One more breath in and out. And inhale, come all the way back up. Bring your hands behind you. Bring the soles of your feet to the ground. Inhale, puff up the chest. Exhale, press into the feet and the hands. And on your next inhale, keep rising up. Reverse tabletop. Take another breath to charge the heart a little higher. And then exhale, hips down to the ground. We're just going to turn ourselves all the way around, finding ourselves on the hands and knees into a tabletop pose. And then go ahead and take your knees wide here. Bring your hips to your heels. Take an inhale breath, and as you exhale, really sit the hips back to the heels, pressing actively into the palms. Inhale. One more exhale here. On your next inhale, begin to pull from the back of the heart like you're rounding up through cat pose and make your way up to tabletop. Keep your knees as they are. You're going to exhale, sink right back down. So moving between child's pose and tabletop. Inhale, begin to lift up, shoulders over wrists. Exhale, sit your hips back. Inhale, lift up. And last time, sit your hips back. Inhale, lift yourself up. And as you exhale, bend in the elbows, mini chaturanga. Take your toes up to the sky. You're going to keep them together so the knees are wide. Kind of a little funky version here. Press the inner feet together. Inhale, lift the chest, finding cobra pose. Exhale, lower the chest, straighten out the legs, and bring them into a neutral space. Press yourself up and find tabletop pose. You're going to extend the right leg back behind you, toes down onto the ground, left hand reaching out in front. And when you're ready, the right heel is going to lift off of the ground, finding your balance, reaching forward and back here. Inhale, lift a little higher through the right heel, through that left thumb. As you exhale, we're going to wind it in, bringing the elbow towards your knee. Inhale, stretch, reaching right heel back, left arm forward. Exhale, draw it in. Inhale, one more time, reach it out. Exhale, draw it in. Inhale, reach it out, pause. Take your left hand down to meet the ground. Just lift your heart and your heel, inhale. As you exhale, just draw the knee in forward. You're going to try to take your toes and cross your knees here. So you're going to cross that right thigh in front of your left here. And then begin to take your hips back towards your left heel. Just as deep as you can here, breathe in and out. And then begin to come back forward. Draw that right knee in. Take it back, inhale. Bend your knee, open up the knee. Take the knee towards your right side. So it's right in line with your hip. And you're going to kick it straight out. And then bring that right foot down onto the ground. So you're in a tabletop with that right leg out. Take an inhale, drop the belly, find a cow spine. Exhale into cat spine. One more time, drop the belly and lift the gaze, and then drop around the spine. And then inhale into neutral here. You're going to begin to sit your hips back onto your left heel. Turn your right toes to the sky and fold down like you're in a half child's pose with that right leg extended, breathing in and out into that inseam of the right leg. And then on your next inhale, go ahead and come back upright. You're just going to take a big step with that right foot so it comes forward in between your hands. Walk it forward, sink into that left thigh. Hands are going to come up onto your front thigh as you start to curl the chest up. Really sinking down, especially if you've been sitting all day. We're opening the front of that hip flexor. Wake up your navel, draw up and in. Wake up the breath, soften the shoulders. One more breath. Let's reach the hands high. Find full extension here. Inhale. And then as you exhale, go ahead, bring your hands down onto the mat. And you're going to take that right leg, sweep it straight back. Once again, reach a heel high. Toes come down to meet the floor. You're going to turn to the inside of the right foot and swivel on your left knee so that the toes come at a diagonal. Your shins rooting down. We're reaching the right arm to the sky into a open-hearted side plank here. Big breath in and out. And then go ahead and bring your right hand back down to the mat. Swivel back left knee and then bring the right knee to meet your left. Take a cat-cow. Let's reset. Belly drop. And tuck and round. Find a neutral spine here. Pause. You're going to take that left foot back. Toes stay tucked. Wrists are right underneath your shoulders first. Then plant the left hand, right arm forward. And then when you're ready, extend and lift that left leg off of the ground. Really finding your core. Breathing in. As you exhale, draw elbow to knee. Inhale to extend. Exhale, elbow to knee. Inhale to extend. Last time, elbow to knee. Inhale to extend and pause. Breathe here. Bring your knee and bring your right hand down. Bring your knee only into the chest. And you're going to cross your thighs here so that the thighs are crossed, knees are one over the other, and you're going to press your hips back. Feels kind of awkward, but also feels kind of juicy. Breathe here. Your next inhale, coming back forward, draw that left knee in. Inhale, you're going to take it straight back. Lift the heart and heel. Bend the left knee. Start to open it up towards the left side. Kick it to the left side and set it down directly outside of your hip. Take a few cat-cows here. Inhale the belly down, lift the gaze. Exhale, tuck and round. Again, belly down, lift the gaze. Exhale, tuck and round. One more time. Belly down, lift the gaze. Exhale, tuck and round. And then pause in a neutral spine. You're gonna sit back onto that right foot, keeping that left leg extended, finding a forward fold onto the forearms, to that half child's pose kind of posture, feeling the inseam of that left leg wake up. And then your inhales, you're gonna come back up, and then you're just gonna take a big step and bring your left foot in between your hands. Start to walk it forward, sinking into the hips. Hands are gonna come up to meet your left thigh. Start to peel your heart up towards the sky. Keep sinking the hips forward and down, rolling the shoulders back, breathing big. You can reach the hands up towards the sky. Final step, reaching and breathing. And you're gonna bring your hands all the way back down towards the mat. Begin to shift into that right knee. You're gonna sweep that left leg all the way back. Inhale. As you exhale, set the left toes down. Come to the inside of the left foot. Swivel on the right knee. Right hand stays planted as the left arm reaches high. Opening up. Modified side plank. And then left hand down. Swivel back down. Left knee meets the right. Go ahead and sit the hips back onto the heels. This time you're gonna bring the hands behind you, leaning back, and see if you can lift your knees. So you're really stretching the tops of the feet. That may not be possible. This might already be a lot. And then we're just gonna come all the way up. Bring your hands to the mat, and then begin to step your feet on either side of your hands and meet in a wide leg forward fold, a wide leg ragdoll forward fold. Take an inhale. And an exhale. Shake your head, big yes. Shake your head in a big no. You can reach across and grab opposite elbows and let the weight of your arms help to sway your day away. Maybe you horse your lips, letting any tension go from the face. Letting yourself unravel. Just a couple more moments here. And let the hands come down to the earth. And slowly begin to unravel yourself all the way up to standing. Finding your Tadasana. Standing at attention here. Grounded through the feet. Open through the chest. Standing at the top of your mat. Take a big step back with your left foot so that you're facing towards the side of your mat. Toes at a diagonal. We're going to take an inhale. Reach your arms in a diagonal, and we're going to make this dynamic, inhaling and exhaling from our star into our goddess. And I invite you to add a little bit of our lion breath to really let go of whatever your stress is on this Monday evening. So a lion's breath is out of the mouth. You stick out your tongue. You open up your eyes as wide as you can. All right, so we're going to do 5 of these together. The lion's breath when we come down into that exhale, into that goddess pose. All right, so go ahead and begin. We're going to inhale, stretch it out. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Last one. Inhale. Exhale. Bring your tongue back in your mouth. Stay low. Just kind of roll, go from side to side here. And you're going to inhale, straighten out the arms. And then exhale, bring your hands onto your hips. All right, we're just going to begin to turn your body all the way over to the right so that you're turned over that right leg. You see how I kind of stepped my back leg in a little bit here. Squaring the hips, take an inhale, lead with the heart. We're only folding parallel here. As you exhale, begin to fold parallel to the mat. Draw that right hip back, drawing your heart long. Inhale. As you exhale, you're pulling that left hip back. As you inhale, you're pulling your heart long. As you exhale, you're pulling that right hip back, left hip forward. One more time. Base the hands on the pelvis, pull long, and exhale here. Inhale, begin to lift up with a straight spine, and then turn through center, and then turn all the way to the other side. Take an inhale, lift high. As you exhale, leading with your heart, fold over that left leg and pause parallel to the ground. Left hip back, right hip forward, heart long. Lead with the heart. Breathe here. Keep pressing through that left here and leading with your heart. You're pulling that left hip back, heart long. One more breath in and out. And then go ahead and lead with your heart. Come all the way to center. Walk your feet a little bit wider. Take an inhale. Hands can move from the hips towards the back as you really open the front side body. And then we're just going to fold all the way down into a wide leg forward fold here. Hands come all the way to the ground. Inhale, halfway lift. And exhale, fold. Let your head go. Shake it yes and shake it no. Really feel your feet powerfully grounding into the outside edges. Take an inhale, halfway lift. As you exhale, you're going to walk your hands towards your right foot, bending into the right knee, flexing your left toes towards the sky, sinking your hips down. So that right heel may come up off the ground. A few options here. You can stay upright wherever you are. You can reach and fold forward. Breathing here. We're just going to take it over to that left leg now. Inhale up through center, and as you exhale, coming over to the left side, sink your hips, flex the right toes to the sky. Again, staying upright through the heart, or you can walk the forearms towards the ground, fold it down. And then hands come back to the mat. Inhale, lift the hands, come all the way back towards center, forward fold. Hands are going to come on to the hips, and as you inhale, begin to fold, come all the way up. Turn your right toes to face towards the right side of your mat, arms out wide this time. You're going to tip your hips back and inhale, reach forward. Reach, 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 and then take that right hand down, left arm to the sky. Take an inhale breath and reach up a little higher. Maybe you turn your gaze over that left arm. And then on your next inhale, reaching with the left arm, reach up. Take the left hand all the way down onto the left leg. Reach that right arm high. Side body stretch into a reverse triangle. And then inhale, arms come parallel to the earth. Feet come parallel to each other. And then your left toes turn to the back of your mat. You're going to push the right hip back, extend through the left side body. Left hand comes to the left shin. Right arm reaching high. Inhale, you can reach up and open that right arm. Maybe the gaze comes to the right hand. Big, beautiful breath in and out here. On your next inhale, lift with that right hand, rise all the way up. Turn your left toes forward. Bring your hands to your hips. You're going to turn towards the front of your mat and step both feet to meet there. Inhale, reach all 10 fingers up to the sky. And exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift, heart long. On your exhale, plant your hands to the mat. Step your feet to the back and pause in a high plank. And then shift into downward facing dog. First time here, hips are high, hands are low. Breath is steady. Take your weight into your left foot. Inhale the right leg straight back behind you. Inhale. Look between your hands as you exhale. Step that right foot in between your hands. Begin to dip really deep into that right knee so you're in a lunge with the hands on the ground. Take an inhale, straighten your right leg. And as you exhale, fold. You may not straighten all the way, just as much as you can. Inhale, straighten. And exhale, fold. Inhale, straighten. And exhale, fold. One more time. Inhale, you're going to straighten and stay and fold. Big breath in and breath out. Look forward. Begin to bend back into that right knee. Set your left knee back down to the ground. Uncurl your left toes. So keep sinking into that left hip here. Bring your hands back up. So a few options here. We can stay right here. Keep sinking that left hip forward and down. Keep pressing into that right foot. Or you can come down and start to find your full splits. We're pretty open in the back of that right leg. You can start to walk that right foot forward and just see how far you can come. Our goal doesn't have to be to go all the way. Start to walk it forward and just see where you go. Pause where you need and breathe. And then slowly begin, if you took that right foot forward, to bring it back. And we're going to tuck your right toes and lift that left knee. Hands plant to the ground. Right leg's going to lift, bend, and open up that right hip. Get a big breath. And then look forward again. We're coming into Pigeon Pose. You're going to bring that right knee to meet your wrist. And this time take that left leg back. Lifting up through the heart. Big breath here. And as you exhale, fold it down. Hands can come onto the forearms, or your forehead can come to meet the arms. Soften yourself here. Breathing and meeting yourself in these moments of stillness, just to recognize how you interact with yourself. It's really what this practice is about. Becoming mindful of yourself. Inhale, begin to rise up. All right, pressing into the hands, tuck your left toes. One more time, take that right leg up to the sky. And then as you exhale, go ahead and bring it down behind you. All right, left leg's gonna lift up. Straight the first time, inhale. As you exhale, go ahead, bring your left foot forward in between your hands. You're sinking deep into that left knee, sinking that right hip down towards the ground. Inhale, straighten the right leg. Exhale, fold or bend. Inhale, work towards straightening it. Exhale, bend. Inhale, work towards straightening. Exhale, bend. And then inhale, straighten and stay. Fold over that left leg. Breathe. And then look forward, bend deep into that left knee. Let the right knee come to the ground. Uncurl the right toes. Sinking the front of the right hip down. Hands come to the thigh and up to the sky. You can stay here and keep working in the front of that left hip flexor. Or bring the hands down. Work towards your splits, taking that left leg out in front of you. Wherever you are, be okay with the journey. In and out breath. You took that left leg forward, begin to bring it back in. Hands are planting. Tuck the right toes. Lift the right knee. Left leg lifts back. Bend and open up that left hip. Really big stretch open. And then as you exhale, bring your left foot down to meet your right. Take an inhale and exhale here. Last inhale, the here, come forward, and then exhale, slowly lower all the way down onto your belly. Take a few breaths, hands by your hips, right over the mat. Just breathing soften. I forgot something. See, that's why I had to soften here. Bring your hands back to the mat. Lift yourself back up. We're gonna find your way back into three-legged down dog left side. We gotta take pigeon pose. Left knee behind the left wrist, and we'll take it there. Isn't it lovely when your yoga teacher makes mistakes? I make so many. We're all human, going through this ride together. Welcome your humanness here. Whatever you're feeling, welcome it. Breathe into it. Let it flow. And on your next inhale, begin to come up onto your hands. Tuck your right toes. Left leg lifts last time. And then into your downward facing dog. Take a deep breath in here. And an exhale out. Go ahead, look forward to your hands. Feet come to meet the hands. Sit bones come to meet the floor. And we're gonna come all the way down onto our bottom here. Before we transition onto our back, we're gonna take a little bit of a boat pose, warm up a little more into the core. So starting our boat pose, just seated with the heels on the earth, heart lifted nice and tall, hands behind the knees. We're gonna walk the hands back and begin to float on the sit bones. Find that balance point. Zip the knees together. Try to bring your shins parallel to the ground. You can keep your hands on your thighs or reach them forward, but keep your breath steady. And take the corners of your mouth towards your ears. That'll really help stay uplifted. And you're on a boat, so why not? Take another breath in. And exhale. Bring the feet to the floor. And you're just gonna round and lift up. We'll do that one more time. Hands come behind the knees. Lean back, lift the heart, walk the legs back, lift your shins, draw the navel in. Try on something new. If it's releasing the hands, straightening the legs, smiling, something you haven't done yet here. And then we're gonna slowly come into canoe. So you're keeping the point of contact the same, just straightening as low as you can come with the low back on the mat. Reach the toes, stay here. And then bring the heels down and extend the arms overhead to find a full body stretch. And then begin to bring the hands by your side. Bend your feet to meet the floor. Knees come up towards the sky. Walk your heels in until you can graze the heels with the tips of your fingers. We're going to finish by charging up our hearts, a little back bend action here. Rooting into the feet, rooting into the hands. Begin to lift your hips up to the sky. Really feel the grounding in the feet, helping to lift and soften in your glutes here. So you're not clenching up there. You're using the feet to help you lift. And then bend your arms. So I like to find cactus arms, fingertips to the sky. Press into the elbows and lift your upper back. So you kind of re-roll your shoulders under. Maybe you walk a little deeper. Now keep grounding into the feet. Straighten the hands. You can grab a hold of the side of your mat or of your own hand here to help give you leverage. Take one more breath, lift. And as you exhale, slowly lower your spine to the mat. Just let the knees fall from left to right. Windshield wipe them out. And we'll do that again. Finding your way into neutral. If you have a full wheel practice and you want to go into a deeper back bend, by all means, go for that. Otherwise, those joining me will take it back up into bridge. You can use the robot arm action to help you get really lifted in that upper body. Keep your gaze looking up to the sky. And imagine you're squeezing like a small volleyball or a soccer ball between your thighs. Draw them into one another. Really firing up those legs. Take one more breath in and out here. And then a slow lower down of the spine all the way to the mat. Nice. One last time. Your knees windshield wipe from side to side. And then bring them in to meet your chest. And keep rocking side to side to massage out your low back. And we're going to keep the knees hugged in deep. Open your arms out into a T and then let your knees fall all the way down to the left side to meet the ground. You can take your left hand to help anchor the knees there. You're going to lift the gaze either straight up or maybe turning all the way over the right arm. Big, full, deep breaths here. Releasing your hand if you're anchoring the knees. Inhale through center. Knees fall over to the right on your next exhale. Right hand can anchor this time. Gazing straight up to the sky or over the left shoulder. Big, full, deep breaths. Final moments before our sweet surrender. And release the knee if you took that bind and bring your knees back into center. You're going to wrap yourselves in a really big embrace. Bring your nose up towards your knees and give them a big squeeze. And then go ahead and release the head and release the legs and make your way all the way out to rest in a few moments of Shavasana. Close your eyes. Come back to your breath, in and out. As I lie here on this clear, cloudless day, I'm reminded of a quote by one of my favorite teachers, Pema Chodron. She says, "You are the sky. Everything else is just weather." You are the sky. Big, vast, endless, effortless, and able to contain so much weather. In this practice, we learn to be a vessel, allowing the weather to rise and fall without becoming. We can feel angry, we can feel sad, we can even feel joyous and happy. They're all just like weather. It may change in a moment. So breathe it all in. Be here, vast and open like the sky. Our natural state is just like this blue sky awareness. We're meant to be at ease. We're meant to be relaxed and able to move through life with grace. Life can come, the storms that we weather can harden us. The stresses we face can toughen us. It's why we continue this practice of showing up, of moving, of breathing, of reminding ourselves to come back, to try a little more easy. Take a few big full breaths to begin to come back into your physical body. Gently waking up your fingers and your toes. You can reach your arms and legs in opposite directions. Take a full body stretch. Knees come in towards your chest, rolling to a side or front to back. Just make your way up. Find your way up into a comfortable seated position. Just how we began class, right? Just how we began. As you come up to a seat, I invite you to find that seat, to find a seat. Hands collected in the lap or on the knees, crown and heart lifted tall. Close your eyes. Take a deep breath in through your nose. Pause and suspend it at the top. Open your mouth and let it out. One more time, big, full, deep breath in your nose. Pause at the top. Open your mouth, let it out. Bring the palms of your hands together. Gently rub them and create a little bit of heat. Heat to remind you of the spark of intention that brought you here today. That spark of wisdom that brought you to this practice. And then pausing the palms together, feeling that awareness, feeling that energy. And then interweave your fingers, crossing over the heart. We take this mudra for unshakable trust, to honor that space within us that guided us here. And we lean in to allow that inner voice to guide us forward, so we can weather the storms that come our way without letting them toughen and harden our exterior, but keeping us open and free. Take a deep breath in through your nose. One more open sigh out of your mouth. I invite you to join me for a single Om to seal in our energy as a community. Breathe in. Bring the palms away from your chest and allow them to press together, sealing them into the salutation mudra. Thumbs to your third eye, the seat of our wisdom, the seat of that teacher and guru within. I recognize the light in each of you. I honor this community that's gathered here. Let's now bow and honor one another in reverence. Namaste. Thank you so much for making this practice a part of your Monday evening. Again, I'm Cassandra with Mobile Om here at the San Pedro Creek Culture Park, bringing you these virtual practices every Monday evening to help wind you down and get your week started with some mindful movement. Thanks again for joining me. I can't wait to see you again next week. Same time, same place.